I'm Kerry Rowett, and this is the Align and Attract podcast, helping you to create your version of an aligned business. Let's dive into today's episode. How do you align to your ideal clients? I can't wait to get into this with you today. It is one of my favorite topics and something I've been supporting my clients with since way back in 2009 when I started my business. So I have a really great free resource that supports this podcast episode today. It's how to align your energy to attract your ideal clients. It really builds on what we're going to be talking about in this podcast episode. And you can find this 75-minute free workshop over at alignandattract.com. So I totally recommend you get started with downloading that and schedule some time to listen in. But for now, let's go into exploring our ideal clients. So one of the key things that I recommend when aligning with our ideal clients is to get very clear on who these ideal clients are. Now, you might think, as I start to talk about this, that I'm talking about niche. And I'm not exactly talking about niche. I am certainly not saying, oh, look, it's fine if you just can work with anyone and you can help them with anything. I am not saying that at all. It is very important and very useful to have clarity on who it is that you best work with. And some of what we're going to be exploring is going to help you to get that clarity. If you have no idea who your actual niche might be and you would like to get more clarity on that, there are so many people out there who teach that. But I teach alignment. And no matter how clear you currently are on your niche, this work is going to help you to gain more clarity and start to align your energy to attracting more of these clients. So let's have a look at what I am talking about when I refer to ideal clients. And I'm talking about three different things. First of all, we're looking at the qualities of those ideal clients. And I'll go through and explain some of the qualities that you may experience and notice. And this is really what we go into in the free workshop that I was describing. And then I actually guide you through aligning your energy to clients who have those qualities. And it's pretty powerful. I've had people have almost instantaneous experiences whilst they've been actually doing an alignment, or immediately afterwards. They have had clients book in, people email them, some really quite magical experiences. So I would love to hear if you have one of those experiences. But it just really helps you with getting that clarity and also getting that alignment when we focus on the qualities of these people we want to attract. And the second part I'm talking about when I talk about your ideal clients is the perspective that these clients might have, and also the perspective that you have, which attracts in your ideal clients. I'll go into that a little bit more in a moment. And finally, the issues or problems, needs, or wants that your clients have that you really beautifully help them with. So let's go through each of these in a little bit of detail, and you can start thinking about the qualities, the perspective, and the issues and problems that your ideal clients have. So the qualities, I'm going to share some of the qualities of the ideal clients that I have in my Align and Attract program, just to help you to see what these qualities might actually look like. So for me, the people who are ideal for Align and Attract, they are committed. So they want to do the work, they follow through, they get these amazing results, they're self-aware, they tell their colleagues or their friends about the program. They're purpose-driven. So they're really passionate about what they do, and they've got this bigger picture reason why they want to do it. Those are the people I absolutely love to work with and who most benefit when they engage with the program. They're heart-centered. They've got these very strong values and integrity, and that's why being in alignment and releasing the blocks that are holding them back are so important. They're creative, they're intuitive, and they are great at what they do. Because I love supporting people who are incredibly talented, but the thing that's holding them back is within them. It's their own attitudes, thoughts, beliefs, feelings, worries, overwhelm, fear, emotions that are within them. Those are the things that are holding them back from being able to take the aligned actions which are going to help them to create the kinds of results that they really deserve to be creating. So let's think about it in relation to your ideal clients. So it could be the people who work with you one-on-one. You might be thinking about this in relation to a program or a course that you teach. So thinking about what, for a particular client or client that you already have, that you absolutely adore working with and who loves your work, what are some of the qualities of that person or people, and like what makes them just so ideal to be working with you? So they might show up, they might do their homework, they might follow through. It might be they can afford it. Of course, sometimes people can find that's a real barrier. They might find they're attracting people who really say they love what they do, but then when it comes to actually signing up to something or committing to work with them, they say, oh, but I can't afford it. So your ideal client would be someone who can afford it or values it or prioritizes it. So you get to choose what qualities that are really important to you. When you do the free workshop, we go deeper into that. And then, like I said, we create a goal using those qualities, and then I help you to align your energy to that goal. But honestly, even spending some time getting clarity on what those qualities are is really beneficial, because especially if you're finding that certain things are happening in your business or certain behaviors. So for example, it might be you say, oh, people email me all the time, but then they don't book in, or they're emailing constantly in between sessions rather than being, really independent. When you're noticing those kinds of patterns and things that are going on, rather than getting into the drama or the story of that, when you've got this process to work with, you can instead just say, okay, that's what I'm noticing is happening. What is it that I really want? What is the quality that I am really looking for in the clients that I love to work with? And then align your energy with that. It's really quite empowering to feel like I can have a sense of, being able to energetically become a match to the people that I work best with. And it can be very exciting as well to realize that, I might have this core group of people that I love to work with, but then I've got these other people who I feel like maybe take more time or take more energy or don't get the same kinds of results. It's not that we're going to be excluding people, it's just that we're expanding our capacity to attract those most ideal people in terms of qualities. So the next aspect we're going to be thinking about in terms of our ideal clients is perspective. We'll start by thinking about your own perspective. So that includes how it is that you show up online, what types of issues that you engage with, what's important to you. So when there are social issues or there are political issues or environmental issues, do you engage with those? Do you communicate about those types of things? Or do you keep a really narrow focus on the specific topic that you work with your clients on? Neither of those things is right or wrong, but your ideal clients are going to align with the way that you communicate, the way that you show up, the boundaries that you set. And it's really important to remember that you get to choose and decide that, and to create this environment where the right people who are going to be really most resonant with you and most ideal to work with you, and by ideal I mean they're going to get the results that they desire, but it's also going to be a positive experience for you to work with them. So the way that you show up and share and communicate, that is a part of, is what's going to really attract those people in. And so if I'm thinking about the perspective of the clients now who might join my program, Align and Attract, they will feel like business needs to feel right. So for someone who joins my program, they can't just go and learn somebody's marketing process or system and they're like, oh wow, this feels really markety and really spammy and really high pressure, but never mind, I'm just going to go ahead and do it, it's fine, right? So they wouldn't feel like that. They would feel like, oh, it needs to feel aligned, it needs to feel right for me. And my ideal clients feel like they need to create and grow their business with integrity. So that's really important, creating the right kinds of foundations and growing from that place. They have the perspective that a bigger picture is important, a mission is important to them, a sense of purpose is important. So, again, it's not like, oh, I could make money doing this, I will just do this. It's more like it's something they really feel called to do. And then it might be that the business side of it, certainly at least initially, has been the secondary consideration. But then maybe they've realized, oh, I need to also focus on business because I want to be able to create the kind of impact and help the number of people that I would love to be able to support. What else? For my ideal clients, in terms of their perspective in Align and Attract, they need to be able to discern what's right for them. And they also see business as personal development. So it's like, when issues come up or problems come up, they'll see it as, okay, well, this is something for me to work on, for me to develop. That's, a particular block that I have, and I can release that, and then I can move forward. So they've got that really positive, really proactive way of approaching their business and also their life, which means that they are really happy to learn how to release their own blocks. That's something they're going to be able to value because they value personal development in the first place. So for you, initially, if you think about, your broader perspective, what is it that is important to you? What kinds of issues do you share about and connect in? So I'm thinking of things like, anti-racism. Like, do you share your stance and also your learning in that kind of area? Other kinds of social issues or issues of equity or issues connected to things that are going on in the world. Like, is it important for you to share about those, and to what extent do you share about them? And then what kinds of beliefs do you have that are reflected in the content that you share? And also, what kind of perspectives do your ideal clients have? And what makes them, therefore, so ideal to engage with your work and to work with you and to learn from you. Finally, thinking about the issues and problems that your ideal clients experience, and particularly the issues and problems that they arrive with, maybe in their very first session with you, or when they join your group program or your e-course? What are the issues and problems that they are actually having? So if I use the example, my Align and Attract course, my ideal clients would feel like they're getting in their own way. They're getting stuck, and then they're not taking the kind of actions which would allow them to be more successful. They might be overthinking. They might be having fears around visibility. They might be experiencing self-doubt, confidence issues, having problems with boundaries, might be getting overwhelmed, losing clarity, and they're just maybe not following through on what they know they need to do. So for my ideal clients in Align and Attract, often they will have learned a little bit about business already. I don't teach people how to create a business or how to completely start from the beginning if they are not already attracting some clients and don't have maybe some kind of online presence already. But it will be that they have learned some things, but they don't feel like they're actually following through and implementing and taking action on some of those things. And it's because of their own internal blocks and emotions and thoughts and stories and so on. And that's what I can really help them to powerfully shift so that they can then take those actions which are going to have the impact. And additionally, I'll say with that, when you're thinking about those issues and problems that your ideal clients have, you can then use that to guide you when you're thinking about free content that you might be creating. So a free webinar or workshop that you might create, or potentially an ebook or an audio or even a podcast episode or something like that. Like, what is it that you could actually help your client with whilst they are getting ready or figuring out if they would like to work with you? That is going to then help them to see how you can support them and really highlight your knowledge and your skills and the way you support people maybe to transform. So how can you show that by helping them to solve one of these issues or problems that you actually know they already have, and it's going to then make them ideal if they would choose to take that next step. So that's something to think about. So today we've been talking about the qualities of your ideal clients, the perspective that you have, and also that your ideal clients have that makes them so ideal to work with you, and the issues, problems, needs, or wants that your ideal clients have, and knowing how you can help them to solve those in your one-on-one sessions, in your e-course or in your programs or in some other way, and also how you might show them that you can help them by creating that free offering, which then leads into one of your paid offerings. So I hope that has been helpful. I would love to hear how you get on. You can share over at Instagram at Kerry Rowett or Facebook at Awaken Kinesiology. Till next time. This was episode 6 of the Align and Attract podcast with Kerry Rowett. You can find all of the relevant show notes over at alignandattract.com/blog/6. If you didn't already, go ahead and sign up for my workshop on how to align your energy to attract your ideal clients. Go ahead and do it right now while you're thinking about it, and schedule some time. You need 75 minutes to go through the workshop. I will help you get a ton more clarity on your ideal clients, and I will also guide you to align your energy with those ideal clients right inside the workshop. I cannot wait to hear how you go with it. I cannot wait to hear your success stories. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I look forward to connecting with you next time.